that's my take. But yeah, it was going to always be controversial, around that.
I don't know why Brian is dodging this question, but I'll take on Victoria. No, and that's the funny thing is you have Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Then you have Lake Victoria.
Yes. These names need to be changed.
Happy New Year and welcome back to the podcast. Now, in an all-new fire episode coming to the podcast this Sunday, I'm joined by 5 guests, the most that we've had on any episode so far. And we'll be skimming through some of the biggest tourism and conservation stories of 2022 while providing some expert projections into the new year 2023. Joining me from Ghana, I'll be speaking to the senior expert on communications in Africa at the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Joining the podcast from National Geographic's #1 safari destination for 2023 is an expert tour guide and travel agent who brings to the podcast a wealth of experience from the beautiful destination of Botswana. Also speaking to me from Massachusetts in the USA is the newly appointed focal point for Uganda at the United Nations International Federation of Youth. And last but not least, and physically on the mics and in the room with me, I'm fortunate to share space with 2 seasoned experts in the Ugandan travel and tourism space. So yes, it's a crowded and power-packed lineup, in which should be an unusual episode to end the year. Or should we say a perfect episode to start the new year. We will talk about NFTs and the influence they've had on conservation, but also the continent at large. We'll discuss electric vehicles making their way into the safari space, as well as this big buzzword called sustainability. We also talk about Rwanda's $255 million landmark project to expand Volcanoes National Park, which is the famous home of the mountain gorillas. And we'll chat about Uganda's first private conservancies. I kid you not, the list of big stories that we will discuss goes on and on, including an uncensored controversial debate on whether African destinations should slash the foreign or call them the colonial names and have them replaced with local names. All the 6 parts of the episode will be available on the podcast this Sunday, so be sure to tune in. As we always say, the podcast is available on all major streaming platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Republic, Pocket Casts, and several other platforms. Alright, I'll see you on Sunday.